Well, hello. Welcome to Talk Shop Live. It's Hyde and Shine joining us here in their studio. So we're going to kick it off with the first question of the night, which is big congrats on the debut album, Soft Machines, which just came out. Tell us a little bit about what fans can expect from the album.
Rock music, definitely. I think we got some rock music. It's got a variety.
Someone said the other day, psychedelic country?
Psychedelic country. Michael's greatest comment is genre fluid music. Chris offered UAP, unidentified audio phenomena. I've been calling it art, death, country, rock, alternative, other music. But you'll hear it.
Yeah, we like that. All right. How long has the debut album been in the works? I want to know what's been going on behind the scenes.
It all started when our wives set up a play date between Chris and I, and we made music together. And then Chris sent me about 50 demos, and I started putting drums on those demos. And we would email back and forth for about a year. Then we said, this sounds pretty good. We should make a band. And then Chris put an ad in the paper, and Chris answered the ad, and then now we're here.
In the paper.
In the paper. In the Craigslist paper.
I guess we have the wives and Craigslist to thank, right? The band?
Definitely.
Well, without further ado, let's hear that first song.
Yeah. Where was I then? Where was I now? Wanna wake up understanding all the rules, kicking heaven's door and stumble through. Gonna bathe in one last moment so divine before I fade so gently into the timeline.
Amazing, guys. It's so great to have you on Talk Shop Live and to have the album on Talk Shop Live. I just want to remind everyone, click on that big buy button on Talk Shop Live or comment buy on Instagram and Facebook so you can get yourself a copy. It is a must listen. The questions are pouring in, so let me get some of these out there for you guys. We want to know, let's see, I think we have. How long, Kendra wants to know, how long did it take to make this album?
Well, it took our lifetimes to get to the point of starting to write. I don't know, I think it was probably, we worked together for a couple months on like developing the songs, and then it was probably another month or two writing lyrics. And then we mostly self-recorded it here in the studio here, and then we went to Chicago to mix it with Steve Albini, and he is a force of nature. He mixed the whole thing in 4 days, so a couple months plus 4 days.
Good answer. And Jenny wants to know, how long have you guys been playing together?
It's been about 2 years now, right?
Yeah, about a year and a half for me, but yeah, it's had a head start.
Yeah, Michael and I started about 2 years ago, and we brought in Chris a couple months later.
And your biggest music inspirations growing up? Question from Tina.
The Beatles, the Beach Boys, what other B band?
Bee Gees,
The Bee Gees, Bachman Turner Overdrive,
Beethoven.
We have a Zenny who actually says that you remind him of the Smiths. Do you guys get that?
That's the first we've heard that.
Yes?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love hearing those comments like of who we sound like, because it's always different from different people. It's probably more a reflection on them than on us, which I like that.
All right, we got some great questions here. There are more coming in, but let's get that second song rolling, and then we'll get some more answers.
You and Yesterday.
You and Yesterday. You and yesterday, two things always leave. You and yesterday, two things always leave. It's beauty when the day's so long, beauty things always leave.
Okay, I have a serious question here from Heather, who says, wow, where have you guys been hiding?
We're hiding and shining. Now we're shining. We've been hiding.
Which actually brings me to my next question, which Maggie wants to know. Curious about your band name. Is there a story behind it? Do tell.
I do a lot of writing, not just songs, but regular writing, and at some point that phrase just popped out, you know, and I saw it, and it just had it resonated for some reason, and then I started a website for just storing poetry, and I used that as the URL, hideandshine.com. And then we got together and started playing, and one day I said, well, guys, I think it's time we come up with a band name. And they must have seen that website, or I sent an email.
I think you dumped all the demos in there when we saw the URL.
I was using the website, hideandshine.com, and they were like, wait a minute, I thought we already had a name. I thought it's Hide and Shine. And I was like, oh, well, and they said they liked it, so we kept it.
And Led Zeppelin was taken.
We do a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff we do, we don't even think about it. It's just, you know, we have all this information and stuff kind of flows through, and we just go with it.
How many tracks on the album?
It's 14. Double album.
You get a lot of value for your money.
And now Nora wants to know, do you write the lyrics first or the melody first?
In general, the songs start like with this song. That song you just heard might start like. You know, like it could be. It probably was very different than what you just heard, and then we develop it, and then almost in every case the lyrics come last. I'm just singing like. Blah blah da da da. All right, about, you know, just making up sounds and fake words, and then the lyrics kind of starts to develop over time.
All right, last question before our next song. Do you guys write all your own music? London wants to know.
This is all original music, yeah.
Well, let's hear another one.
I'd love to. I think we're doing
Here, There, and Every
this one's
Nowhere.
called Here, There, and Every Nowhere. Disenchanted sound wave lost in time. I got left behind. Then I knew that something went wrong. I found lightning in their song. I saw a change within their mind. I drifted into stormy weather. Now my pieces are together. Here, there, never and nowhere. La 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 la.
Bravo. If you're just joining us, that's Hide and Shine here on Talk Shop Live with their debut album. It's called Soft Machines. You guys want to show that off?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we want to show that off.
Double record.
Double record, 14 tracks. So remember, click the big buy button on Talk Shop Live or comment buy on Instagram and Facebook. Get your signed copy, your signed album. All right, I have some more questions for you guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Lindsay wants to know, any artists or bands you'd like to collab with?
Ooh,
Ooh. You take it, Chris.
jeez. That's such a hard question.
I'm thinking Bruno Mars.
There you go.
Stick with the bees.
Bruno Mars. Guided by Voices.
Ooh.
Gosh. Somebody that nobody's ever heard of.
Like us.
Like us. It's a good
Right.
question. I'm gonna have to actually. I want to think about that one.
All right, we'll come back to you then. But Lucy and J&JP both want to know, when are you all going on tour?
That's a great question. We're getting momentum. You know, we work so hard putting out a record and then releasing the record. And again, this is a new thing for us, unknown. But we're starting to gain some traction. We're going to be doing a lot of shows around Kingston, New York, around New York area. Tour. Yeah. Do you guys want to go on tour?
We'll need naps, though.
We need a how's that?
Naps in the writer. Right?
And a jumbo jet.
Absolutely. All right, so last question before we get into the next song, because we definitely want to hear you. Keep playing. We have a question from Brookie who says, what do you think about AI in today's music creations?
We haven't used it yet, nor would we know how to use it.
Yeah.
We like to play our own instruments, and that's what's fun. Because humans are more fun than the computer.
Humans are fun. I think it's gonna get weird and even weirder than we can imagine right now. So I'm not worried about it.
Oh, even real.
All right, let's play the next song.
This one's it's not about AI, but it's
Horses.
oh. This one's kind of one of our more alt country sounds. You know, I was around that kind of music a lot in New York City years ago, so it's deep in there. If you don't mind me saying, Chris is from Knoxville, Tennessee. He's got it in his blood, his DNA. Michael's from southern New Jersey. No, I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. So, this one's yeah. I can see the wings spread out across the winter. I can see the miles that fly. I can see the horses dance upon the water, and the sadness in the western sky. We flew out the sun through bars on the window, reaching out into the wild. There was nothing but the wasteland so hard we could not stand. We waited for our wings to dry in the sand. In a windless sky, birds lose their way in a windless sky. In a windless sky, words lose their meaning, thoughts float on by. In a windless sky, we left home with no direction in mind. In a windless sky, the stillness and silence set into our lives. In a windless sky, a wildflower seed hit sacred ground and survived. In a windless sky, sooner or later all the gifts arrive.
All right, I have a question for you. I want to know if this is true. I recently read this, an interview you guys did, and you said that you only allow up to 3 takes to record a song.
Correct.
Why?
Most.
Because if you don't have it by 3, then you don't have it. So you come back another day.
Yeah, there's something about I think most music recording artists know or feel this, that the first take of the day has the energy that you want. After that, you're thinking about it a little bit. So I think in almost every case on this record, we use the first take. I mean, maybe one, there was like a big flub on the first one or something, but we just like to capture that initial energy of the first take. Very much like, everybody knows, like Neil Young that's his thing. He did a whole soundtrack in one take.
Wow.
And we track it all together.
All together, yeah.
Play it live. And then add stuff.
Amazing. Perry has a question, which is, which track in the album was the most fun to create?
Ooh.
Probably Detroit Rising because it's so strange.
Yeah, Detroit Rising was kind of, it's like, the music came first, and then the lyrics started like coming. It's like they come into me, and I write them down, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh boy. And I was ready to like throw the song away because I was like, this is kind of weird. I don't even know what this is. We just kept going, and then, the way it developed, it was just so strange to be like. And Chris would come to me like after we wrote it, and he's like, there's like fires and weird stuff going on in Detroit right now. I was like, I didn't really pay attention to that, but I think there's like a collective unconscious that's kind of talking, and so I love how that came together. And then people respond to that song. Like like I said, I was gonna throw it away. I was like, this is too weird. I don't even know what it is, and people are really responding to it. And then we made, I don't know if you saw it, that crazy video, which just, I saw that and I was like, what is this? Oh my God, no. And then it just, so I agree that was the most fun altogether.
All right, before we go on to the next song, one more question. The musical creation dynamic, how would you describe that between the 3 of you?
Chris comes up with the songs, and then he brings it to the band, and then we fiddle with it, sometimes change stuff. Well, we initially wrote this one a lot through emails. So Chris would email me something, I'd email him back the drum part. And then when Chris Ferguson joined the band, then it became easy to just rehearse it all. So for our next album, we've already rehearsed and wrote the whole next album already, the three of us together. So there's no more emails back and forth, which makes it a lot better.
I think in a general sense, it's really, like I said, it's very intuitive. We just come together, and whatever's going to happen comes out, and we're like, all right, there it is. That's what the song is. Let's just go with it and see where it goes. So I just love that kind of like, capturing the energy of those impulses.
So does that mean album 2 is already being worked on?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're like ready to start recording now. Yeah. We have the engineer in the other room. He's going to stay here on all. No.
I was gonna, right after this jam session, we're going to
We're all
record.
set up. Let's do it.
All right, let's go on to the next song.
All right. This one's like a UFO religious experience that went kind of wrong. Yeah. Ascension Day. Did I mention that it went wrong?
Pesky John D tuning.
We played 4 songs flawlessly, guys. That was really amazing.
That's the first take.
Yeah, we didn't make it through the first take, so this is still the first take. Yeah. We're all waiting for a sign, for a savior to blow our minds. Waiting for someone to show us we're blind. Waiting for the secrets, waiting for the circles in the sky. I woke up to that song, to that symbol of the other ones, and I want them to shine down in the world of our love. Want them to move down the net, strap us in, and take us home. On a clear morning in July, they took a look down into our open eyes. A metallic sacrifice was given up so that we might thrive. But our vision turned them away, and we missed our ascension day. Waiting for the winter to subside, waiting for the ones who made our minds, waiting for the rain of the old king
All right, nice. Okay, Chris, can you please put up that big, beautiful album one more time? Lucy wants to know who did the artwork cover.
Well, yours truly. This is
Really?
This is a photograph of my leg, as it was for many years. I had a terrible motorcycle crash, and they rebuilt my leg, and it stayed in there for a long time. And then, by strange coincidence, it started all this stuff started popping out, and I started bleeding, and it all came out, and we basically started this band like shortly after that, like something changed. I don't know.
Came out surgically.
It came out surgically. At first it came out with blood, and then it came out properly surgery. Soft Machines is one of the lyrics in one of the songs. Track, I can't remember which track it is. I could say it's not alright. So it has like that, feeling of, wild youth, crashes, dead friends. Definitely it's in there. The ones who were lost, and then, kind of like I felt like an anthem to those of us that survived wild youth.
Mhm.
So that's where that comes from.
That's very cool. Well, since we're on the topic of albums, we have to remind our viewers to click that big buy button so you can get your own autographed
Buy
signed
now.
copy of the album on Talk Shop Live, or comment buy on Instagram and Facebook. Let's have one more question before we get to the next song. And this is a great question. How old were all of the band members when they decided they wanted to play an instrument or be a musician?
I think 10.
Yeah, I was probably 8, I think.
For me, the guitar came issued with the drugs at the age of, I can't even believe I'm going to say it, 14.
And what instrument?
Guitar. Guitar, yeah.
For you, Michael?
The drums. I always hit everything when I was a kid, and then my parents finally got me a drum set, and I sat right behind it and played "Living After Midnight" by Judas Priest, and that was it for me.
That sealed the deal.
That still is it. I hear him playing that all the time.
All right, Chris, I'm going to go back to the artwork because we didn't hear you properly
Okay, go
without the
ahead.
mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So give us a little backstory on that artwork cover, because this is a real story here.
Okay, so this is an X-ray of my leg. As it was for many years, I was repaired from a motorcycle crash, and this stuff stayed with me for a long time, and then pretty recently it started to back out, and I started bleeding and went to the hospital, and they took it all out. And by coincidence, started this group pretty soon after that. It was kind of like a big change for me, I guess. And then I mentioned that the title "Soft Machines," like I said before, this stuff kind of comes in intuitively. And I had the photograph, and and then one of the lyrics in one of the songs is "Soft Machines," and it has images of car crashes and dead friends and wild past and the ones who survived that. And it just kind of all came together one day. I was like, oh, it's Soft Machines. That's the name of the record, and this is the image. Just very intuitive, all the stuff.
Fantastic. You got time for more songs? We want to hear more.
Yeah. What should we do?
Detroit Rising? Or not?
Detroit. Yeah, let's do the weird song we talked about before that I was going to throwaway. Yeah. I guess this is for the city of Detroit. We don't really know you, but we love you, and we wish you to rise from the ashes. Born in this savage place, undead until the end. We staked our hearts of steel and pledged our love for friends. In the end, we were alone. Fly out of crumbled caves and hide in solitude. Soar through mechanical landscapes and scorch your souls and black his feet are hot. Industrial creatures vexed and doomed to making art. In the ashes are rising. Plunging an acid bath to wash this curse away. It never works, I live to sleep another day. In the ashes are rising. Should I leave the light on? Or should I bleed alone? Alone, always hoping the dawn never comes. In this Mideastern grave I find a home to spend eternal waking nights alone. Consume dark blood, a Motor City made. Detroit's too black and burning soul to see. Last night I waited for the flames of dawn to come, to spin the place of all the things that we had done. In the ashes are rising, comes hope of a better machine. In the ashes are rising, Detroit wakes from a murderous dream. Should I leave the light on? Or should I bleed alone? Should I leave the light on? Or should I bleed alone? Alone.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. So, is there any song on the album that you say collectively would really capture the heart of Hide and Shine?
Probably that song.
I was gonna say, take 4, 6, 8, and 11 and make them all into one song, and that would be it. You know, I think we have. There's a. It seems varied to me. Like there's a real, kind of moody stuff in there, like some black, dark, moody, and then there's like this alt country, and then there's like this post-punk stuff. You know, it's just like a real collection of us, our experience. I don't think one song. That's my opinion. I don't think one song can sum up who we are, but Michael thinks that it was that one.
Just because it's
he
so
loves
strange.
it so much.
It's so strange.
It's so strange.
Okay, we have Leah wanted to know, I know you guys said this earlier, but we have a lot of new viewers coming on. When are you going on tour? If so, which cities?
We don't have any plans just yet.
Yeah, we're really coming out here. So we're gonna be playing in the New York area mostly this summer, and then we need to gain some steam here, some fans, some followers, some energy, and then I do believe we're gonna take it on the road in some capacity at some point. But for now, New York.
Where in New York? Can you share?
New York City, Kingston, New York is like such a happening place right now for music.
So we have a gig on July 16th, opening for the Folk Implosion.
July 16th at Tubby's in Kingston, New York.
And then on August 17th, we're playing at the Bawak Festival
We're playing
in
the
Parkersville, New York, where everybody
Parksville
dresses in a chicken outfit.
Poultry Festival.
Anything can happen.
Anything
Yeah.
could happen.
It's a wild party.
We're also playing at the Rosendale Street Festival on
Rosendale
July
Street Festival.
21st in Rosendale, New York. And then the Colony in Woodstock with Chris's friends, the Silos, either on the 28th or the 29th. I can't remember which night of August.
29th, Colony with the Silos.
And we have a gig at the Bowery Electric on August 21st in New York City, too, I believe.
So,
That's a great lineup so far. Okay, most importantly, do you have merch?
We will. We have records, though.
You have a record that you can buy now
Double LP.
by clicking that big buy button. Vesper wants to know, is there one song that was very emotional to create and share?
I'd have to say, oh gosh, there's definitely two. I'm gonna go. I mentioned the Soft Machines one. You know, that has kind of some connection to my past. I think this and that. But when you said that question, I thought of Horses on the Water, and like a lot of songs, it's like I'm writing these things, and I don't really know what it's about until at some point it kind of hits me. And that one, it just hit me as this is about me and my siblings. You know, we were like cut loose as kids. You know, like that story of, you know, the broken family and then the death of the one parent, and we were just kind of cut loose into the wild. That's like one of the lyrics. And so I really feel like that, like we, you know, it's sort of like a acknowledgement of that, you know, how well we did. We survived, you know. So I think, you know, that would be the most emotional one for me.
All right, great, guys. One more question. I like this one. If each member could go on stage and play with a musician or band, dead or alive, who would it be? Think hard.
Booker T and the MGs. I would love to be Al Jackson.
That's a tough question. Who would I want to play? I would want to be in Iron Maiden in the early '80s.
I would say Van Halen in the late '70s and play bass and sing as high as Michael Anthony.
All right, one more time. Let's show that album, Chris. We want to get the sound out there. 14 tracks on their debut album, Soft Machines. Guys, can you bring it home?
Yep.
One last song. What's it going to be?
Mindless apparition.
Is this one about virtual reality or AI? I think it might be. Wait outside for my light. Coming down from the satellite. Get you out and off that wire. From the mindless side with the mindless mind. Always shown a place to hide. Rested softly in a bed of lies. Time has come to sound the cry. Make it blind, the mindless eye. Realize the faces of the moon will wane and pass me by. The real life is waiting out there. With the momentary switch off, the walls come folding in. The real
Bravo. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Hide and Shine for coming on to Talk Shop Live, sharing their music, sharing their talent tonight. And thank you to the viewers who joined in. But one last time, Chris, put up the album. We'll do it one more time. Remember, click the big buy button. The big buy button on Talk Shop Live. Comment buy on Instagram and Facebook. And you too can have a copy of Chris's leg on that cover.
Very own leg.
Very debut album, Soft Machines. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate it.